What up, my awesome listeners? It is Ryan Lee here, and today's episode, let's talk about the cost benefit of college. And of course, this is probably a very controversial topic because college is the most logical step. I mean, what else are you going to do after high school? Get a job? No way. You want to go to college because it's safe. It's safer to get a college degree in order to get a job. It pays you more. I mean, research has shown that college grads earn $300,000 more over a lifetime, or $500,000 more, $1 million more, whatever the amount is that the marketing department has come up with to market college to you. Because at the end of the day, it is a transaction. It is. If those of you that are low income, you can afford financial aid, that's a different story. Those of you that are middle class, it is a transaction. It is something that you would have to pay for, and you will convince yourself that it's worth it. You will convince yourself that it's worth the investment because you have a much better job prospect. You will convince yourself that it's worth taking a part-time job and going to college at the same time, constantly tiring yourself out with both a job and exams. You will convince yourself that it is totally worth it. That is the biggest enemy, because it is marketed in such a beautiful way where you'd be stupid not to go. And that's what it is. At the end of the day, college is a product that people buy into and pay a handsome amount of money for, in which some people might not even make it out alive. That is the scary reality of college, is that you might graduate, college might be over, debt stays eternal with this. This is something that if you've been watching my videos for quite some time, you probably know is coming. But yes, college debt is truly eternal because you cannot declare bankruptcy on that. No, you cannot. You cannot default. It is something that will follow you until you die. And to some, debt and the lack of job prospects when out of college is too much for them to handle. They cannot take it, and they off themselves. Because that's what you do when the whole world that you thought of is a lie. That is what happens. And there are the ones that make it out alive. There are the ones that go to take STEM majors, get a practical, useful skill that people are looking for, and they pay back the debt within the next 4 or 5 years. They pay back the debt. And then they start making money. Start making pretty handsome money, live a pretty decent life. But then again, that's up to their spending habits. So that's something you would need to have to think about. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's not. Because at the end of the day, if the shoe is on the other foot, if you are creating a college, you would have to find a way to market yourself to gather students, i.e. clients, that will pay you money for your services. It is what it is. If you have to pay for something in exchange for something else, it is a transaction. Don't ever forget that. That is just the truth. If you pay for college, it is a transaction. It is a transaction that hopefully in the end, you get the services that you're looking for. Not a lot of people do. Because either they made poor choice in degree, they drop out and have debt, or the very few that actually are successful and market that college is actually good. Those numbers, again, are far and few in between. So, if it is your time to go to college, you have to think, are you taking a loan for this? Can you afford this? Is college truly affordable? Please look at the cost-benefit analysis. If you want to go to college to go to parties, just go to college to go to parties. Don't actually pay for the services. Just attend the college without having to pay tuition. There are so many students out there, they're not going to notice that you don't actually go there. Seriously, guys. They won't know. So if that's your main motive to go to college is to party, then just go. Don't actually pay for tuition. Don't attend classes. Just go to the parties. I'm pretty sure your friends are in college and they'll invite you if they're nice enough. If not, just sneak into one. Well, I'm not saying you should, but it's an option. But if those of you that are actually want to take life a little bit more seriously, becoming an adult, and you want to see if colleges actually financially make sense, then what degree are you getting? What is the job prospect 5 years from now? Not now, 5 years from now. What does that job prospect look like? Because you don't go to college and graduate tomorrow. You go to college for 4 to 5 years later. Typically it's 5 now. And then you find a job. That's right. So just be aware of that. It is so important that you are aware of the fact that when you choose a degree that is going to be relevant 5 years from the time you enter college. And then it might be worth it. It might. There's no guarantees in life. And this is a transaction. So if you made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed yet, click on the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to ring that bell to become part of the mighty notification squad. And as always, you guys stay awesome now.